Hey guys, this is Danya again from Essential Relationships. Okay, it's not a far-fetched or too far to say that Europe is far different than the United States. And I'm not talking the differences that just lie in art, food, or culture. But one of the biggest differences is the attitude towards toxic ingredients in both food, cosmetics, and cleaning supplies. This topic really fascinates me and it leaves me really concerned and confused. There are over 1,300 substances completely banned, or at best heavily regulated and restricted from use in cosmetics by the EU Cosmetic Regulation. A more recent set of regulations called REACH, REACH, puts further regulations on more than 500 of those toxic ingredients. By comparison, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, has banned 11. No, I did not miss a zero there. 11. The United States banned only 11 of the hundreds of toxic ingredients that have been scientifically proven to be harmful for your health. This means that it's up to you and your families to pay attention to what you buy and what you don't buy. I do have a few ideas, tips, and tricks on how to make sure that the products that you buy in the US are safe. And let's start by highlighting some of the most worrisome ingredients that are strictly banned in the EU. There are 11 toxic ingredients banned in the EU, but not the USA. The first one is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, you may say? Isn't that the stuff that we use to preserve a frog in the 10th grade? Yes, yes it is. And you will find formaldehyde most commonly used in hair straightening treatments as well as nail polish and eyelashes. They also use it to help preserve dead bodies. It's legal to include in US made cosmetics. However, it is banned totally in Europe. It's a known carcinogen, for instance. Even as far back as the 1980s, scientists have found that this ingredient is toxic and harmful for your health. Formaldehyde causes eye and nasal irritation at air concentrations of 0.24 milligrams and above. Exposure, residential or occupational, has been associated with eye, nose, and throat irritation, coughing, wheezing, skin rashes, nausea, and other symptoms by the K.C. Gumpton, A.G., Alzheimer's, P.W. Press, Formaldehyde of indoor use, sources and toxicity. Petroleum. Petroleum is derived from the same stuff that fuels your car. It goes by a few different names, including mineral oil, petrolatum, and paraffin oil. Experts question whether any of these ingredients are safe to use long term because your body just does not metabolize it. Whatever gets into your body, it just kind of sits there. Now, what does that mean over long term? Who knows? But I know it's not good, which is likely why it is not used in the EU. Again, keep your eye out for petroleum in moisturizing products for lips and skin. Parabens. Now, parabens are known by many different names as well. Have you noticed they try to hide the character? I can't even pronounce some of the names that they're prescribed in, but they are a preservative, and I talk a lot about this in this course. They have a tendency to mimic estrogen in the body, wreaking havoc on the hormonal system. Their impact may even be enough to reduce fertility in men. Parabens are extremely common in conventional skin and hair products, so keep a sharp eye out whenever you shop. Have you ever wondered why we used to start our periods around 16 and 17 and now young women are starting at age 11 or 12? Triclosan. Now think about this one. The last time that you or your child took antibiotics, they worked pretty well, right? Well, they may not be as effective the next time if triclosan continues to be found in U.S. products. This ingredient may be part of the rise of the antibiotic resistant bacteria. Now, this is very, very scary, and it's a very scary thought for sure. So, steer clear of this ingredient in soaps and in toothpaste. The next is hydroquinone, Hydroquinone. This ingredient is found in products that's designed to brighten or lighten your skin. It's also bad, bad news. Europe and Japan have outlawed it due to its cytotoxic nature. It kills cells and chromosomes if it is used too much, which sets the stage for some forms of cancer. While high doses of this are banned in the US, prescription level amounts of 4% are readily available. There's no evidence that this dosage does not lead to cancer, so again, it makes the most sense to avoid it completely. The next one is spelled Phenylediamin. Another word is known for PPD. This ingredient is derived from coal tar, and it leads to very severe allergic reactions and can be found in a huge number of conventional hair dyes. The EU has banned it altogether, and I'd encourage you to ban it from your bathroom as well. The next one is spelled Quaternium-15. Now, the manufacturers of this help their makeup last a lot longer to make it sit on your skin. Isn't that great? Which is all well and good until you realize that it does release formaldehyde as it sits there on your skin all day long. Yep, the same stuff that causes the cancer and breathing issues. You are most likely to find this banned ingredient again in facial cosmetics, especially powders. Talc. Now, I know we've all heard of talcum powder. Talc shows up in cosmetics and hair care products that help get rid of oil, dry shampoo, powdered makeup, deodorants, and yes, even our baby powder. While it's great at getting rid of grease, it's also quite good at containing asbestos and increasing your risk of lung growth and mesothelioma. While there is strict quality control on talc in the United States, it is much safer to take the route the U.S. chose and to avoid it in many, many cases. Now, the next one is a real trip. It's called fragrance. And oh, my old friend, fragrance. If you spent any time with me at all, you will know that I am particularly wary whenever I see this word used on a label. Loopholes in the U.S. labeling regulations lets manufacturers include just about anything they want in a product under the umbrella term of fragrance. Yes, even arsenic can be found in the word fragrance, but all they have to tell you is fragrance and not tell you the actual ingredients of the product. Makes no sense. So if you find something that has any fragrance in it, stay clear. The EU took the sensible route of closing up this loophole altogether. And for some toxic ingredients, you will find in sunscreens as well. Titanium. Titanium is nanoparticles are a common ingredient in conventional sunscreen. These particles do block UV rays, but because of their small size, they're also able to penetrate your skin. There is growing concern that these particles may have a toxic effect on the brain and increase your risk of nerve damage and cause cancer. With risks like this, it just makes sense that the EU would ban it, and so should the United States. The next one is AVOBENZONE, and it is an interesting ingredient because it's very unstable and it breaks down easily. When it does, it releases free radical destructive molecules that actually hurt and kill your cell. It causes early aging and may even lead to some cancers. You're most likely to find that in sunscreens, so be sure and read your labels carefully before you buy your sunscreen. Now, why are these toxic ingredients legal in the United States but banned in other countries? Well, there isn't a clear answer about why so many of these clearly harmful ingredients are permitted in the United States. However, the fact that the FDA doesn't have much power over the cosmetic industry at all has a lot to do with it. But unfortunately, there just isn't enough oversight into what goes on or into these products that we use every day. It's up to us to be mindful about the products that we use and that we choose and which ingredients we want to expose ourselves to and our families to. I just want you to know that there is hope at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to talk you through how to live holistically and what we can do about it. I'm going to give you another app. The name of it is called Think Dirty. Now, Think Dirty is an app that you can actually go in and scan the ingredients in the store, and it will tell you if it is toxic or not. Again, I use nothing that is toxic. I have all plant-based items from my hairspray my deodorant, my toothpaste, my makeup, my cleaning supplies, my laundry soap, anything that you can think of. I have no chemicals in my home, which I am so thankful and grateful for. So many of these chemicals also produce ADHD, immune disorder, so many of these things that used to not even be around. But so many chemicals are coming into the system so quickly, almost to the rapid pace of 10,000 new chemicals every year. Read your labels. If I can't teach you anything else in this course, I want you to learn how to read labels. And if you cannot pronounce the words, you do not need to be putting it in your body. Make sure you're reading them, the labels, before you buy anything that gets applied to your skin, to your lips, or to your hair, or even if you're eating them. If it has something you don't want in it, put it down. We don't expect you to understand all the ingredients or all the chemicals, so you can always use the EWG to help you. That's the Environmental Working Group. It has a great database for just cosmetic products, but it will get you started in the right direction. If you have any other questions, we will be going some other things. Again, if you cannot read it, you do not want it in your body. Go natural any way that you can. Natural beauty projects are extremely unlikely to contain ingredients that are banned in the EU. Again, all of mine are plant-based, and I will teach you about each one of those and that they do not have toxic chemicals in them. If my children or grandchildren happen to come across my cleaning supplies, I do not have to worry about them getting it in their eyes, breathing it, or even putting it in their mouths. It's all completely safe. So for you and your family, you have to decide what you want to do and how strict you're going to be. It can be quite overwhelming, but you do not have to do this for a long period of time. I mean, I know it's a lifestyle change, but once you get it all changed out, it becomes very easy. Again, always check your labels. I'm going to be with you 100% of the time. So if you do decide to go holistically, you will be able to reach me at any time, and I will be able to help you answer questions that you might have. And if I have some questions that you guys have that I don't have an answer for, I can find it. I know the people that can help us get you straight and in right order. I love you guys, and I love how that you are learning about all the health natural benefits of this course, and I will see you in the next session. Thank you.